That leak is fake! That leak is fake!
No, I'm not joking. I don't want to do it. Papi, don't I get to make choices about my life and what I want to do with it?
I'll give you a fresh slap upside your head. Go get in the car, Diana.
One of the biggest problems Diana's had over the course of Season 3 is her living this double life, something which she did want before in Season 2. She wanted to hustle and go to school just like Effie, but in Season 3, it's becoming more evident that she wants out the game, and out the life that took her father Lorenzo, but now that he's gone, she's trapped. Just like Monet says in the official Diana Tejada teaser, it's finally your turn to step up for this fam. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down the official Diana Tejada teaser, a conversation with Monet Tejada, Diana saying she needs to get out from under her thumb, and also Kane being family first and being there for Diana as he has been pretty much for the entirety of Season 3. Now Season 3 started with Diana on the outs of the Tejada fam. She finally got her wish by moving to Stansfield and being closer to Tariq, although I don't think that was her sole aim. She wanted to graduate and forge her own path, something she's wanted from early in Season 2.
If I can get an MBA, that'll help the whole family.
Diana told Monet she wanted to get her MBA in accounts and help Zeke manage his money when he made it to the NBA, because 60% of NBA players go broke after 5 years of joining the league, but this idea has always been shut down by Monet. Monet told her she was way out of her lane, and she said she couldn't mix school with the streets, but in Season 2 this changed when Lorenzo was released. He paid for a tuition not for Stansfield, but for St. John's, which was a clever move by Monet, who was still trying to control Diana. Now fast forward to Season 3, Lorenzo did give Diana what she's always wanted. He made some calls and had her transferred to Stansfield, but he said he was only paying for a tuition, she'd have to hustle for the rest.
You're gonna be the first person in this family to get a college degree, and I don't want you focusing on anything else.
Seriously?
Now according to Lorenzo, Diana was going to be the first Tejada to graduate from college, and where we saw him panicking giving her product to move, he said that she was done and he'll find another way, but since Lorenzo's death, things have started to change. Monet's trying to re-establish her level of control over the Tejada business, and that means over the Tejada kids. And for the first time she's telling Diana, it's finally your turn to step up for this family, something which Monet's been prepping and mentoring Diana for since Season 1. Let's not forget, Monet's been training and Diana to be the brains of the operation. She's always asking her questions like, what do you think Uncle Frank was doing? What's the next move? And she's always taught her how to use men's desires against them. So let's not get it twisted. As much as Diana wants out the game, she's slowly growing up to be just like Monet, and that spells danger, because we all know how ruthless Monet is, especially with what we've seen so far in Season 3. She really is cold. Which is also another reason why I've always maintained Diana really does have the potential to be the most ruthless and savage out the lot. Now, after Diana was arrested, she quickly realized the consequences of the game, especially after Lorenzo's death. Although she did remain strong against Jenny Sullivan and Blanca Rodriguez, the minute she walked out that precinct, it was clear where her mindset was. She wanted out of the game, out of New York, and she wanted to put a hell of a lot of distance between her and this drug dealing life that just continues to plague the Tejadas. But in essence, Diana walked out of one jail cell but straight into another, which again, is reaffirmed in this short teaser. She says, I've got to get out, but she'll never let me, who I can only assume is Monet Tejada. So despite whatever happens with Diana finding out the truth behind Lorenzo's death, which I do expect her to do if this is Detective Whitman's police file with Lorenzo's fingerprints, it does seem like Monet's going to have a stranglehold on Diana. Now whether it's the same for Kane and Drew is yet to be seen, but Kane is someone who started to realize he doesn't need Monet.
Told you everything you need to know, so don't go thinking for yourself.
Cause then I'm gonna realize I don't need you.
He said it himself. If he starts thinking for himself, then he'll realize he doesn't need his mother, which I do kind of agree with and disagree with. For as much as Kane has shown his street smarts, he definitely will always make a mistake or two, and I think we're starting to see that with for him falling for Effie. But one thing which hasn't changed is him being family first. He was there for Diana in a time of need earlier in the season, and he's going to be there for her once again, which just reaffirms his family first mentality. Now where it leaves Drew, I think we all know he's going to be a bit of a loose cannon, especially after what he did with Gordo, and this is going to raise suspicions with the Castillos. So the main talking points from this is, Monet is now giving Diana more responsibility. She's telling her it's game time, but Diana still wants out, and which I think is still a bit naive from Diana, because she should know by now there is no leaving this life. We've seen it in Raising Kanan with Lulu under Rock. It's a very similar situation with Diana and Monet. The only way they'll ever be free is if they get rid of Monet, and they are about to come across one smoking gun, the police report which will allow her to connect the dots to Monet being behind Lorenzo's death. And we all know how clever Diana is from seasons 1 and 2, but will it be enough? Can Diana escape the prison that Monet has her in? Drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.